Now we have discussed a fair bit about different types of HTML elements and how these HTML tags kind of decides the formatting of the different text and content present in the web page. There are requirements where you need to group together multiple HTML tags, and in this video we'll be going through different container HTML elements. So let us get started with iDigitalPreneur. Now, as discussed, that when you're creating a web page, you often require a way to kind of group multiple HTML elements together. So, for example, you can think of a card which is present on the page, which has a picture and some text in it. Now, that card can be considered to be a group which has multiple HTML elements inside of it. So there is often requirement, and this is a very common use case that you will almost 100% of the times required to group multiple HTML elements together in the same context, that is, and you will be using those context or those grouping of HTML elements to kind of create different sections on the page. So let's say you have a header, you have a footer. So even header and a footer can be considered to be a group of multiple HTML elements inside of it. So there are container HTML tags which you can use to kind of group those HTML elements together. Now, there are multiple container HTML tags present in the specification, and we are going to be discussing a couple of them. Not that you require to know every container HTML tag, because in 99 to almost 100% of the use cases, these 4-5 container HTML tags are what you really require to create any sort of a web page. So the first one is called a div, which is a short form for division. And that is a HTML tag which creates a non-semantic division in a web page. Now, we will discuss what semanticism in HTML is in the further videos. But to be very precise about what non-semantic division means, that if you want to create a division which holds no value as such, or that means it is not a very specified or a very specific section in your page, and if you want to create that division, you use a div HTML tag, and the content inside of the div holds no special meaning. That is what we mean by non-semantic division of the web page. Similarly, we have a section HTML tag, which, contrary to what the div HTML tag is, it creates a semantic section in the web page. That means when you create a section which holds some value, or it kind of holds the information about the content which is present in that division, then in that case, you will prefer using a section instead of a div. Mind you that between a div and a section and all the other container HTML tags, there is no visual difference whatsoever. So even if you create a section or if you create a div, there will be no visual difference whatsoever. But where the difference starts coming in is the semanticism of the HTML tags. And as I discussed before, that we will discuss about what semanticism in HTML is in the further videos. Moving on, there is another container HTML tag by the name of article, and it is basically used to create a semantic independent division in a web page. So when you want to create a section which is kind of not related to all the other parts of the web page, one example could be, let's say you have a promotional offer on your website which is kind of independent of whatever products are listing on your web page. So if you want to create that sort of a section, you will definitely go ahead and use the article HTML tag. So it creates an independent division. This is an important thing. It creates an independent division in a web page, and the information which is inside of the article HTML tag, right? It is the like it holds a kind of independence from all the other different types of content present on the same context. So the example which I mentioned about the promotional offer. Now, of course, if you have a promotional offer present on the page, that is kind of independent from all the other products that are listed. So when you want to create those sorts of independent sections, you go ahead and use the article HTML tag. Now, the next set of container HTML tags are header and footer, which is kind of obvious from what these HTML tags do. They are used to create a semantic header and footer in the web page respectively. So a header is basically the top section of any web page, and footer is basically the bottommost section of any web page. And headers and footers are also relevant in any documents. And if you have worked with MS Word or MS Excel, you might know the concept of a header and a footer. So these headers and footers kind of hold the information about the website. So if you visit any website, any commercial website, you will see that the header will have a navigation link and it will hold links to all the other pages. Similarly, footer will have links to different parts of the page, and it will also hold the information about the company. There will probably be a input field with a subscribe newsletter kind of a button. So to create those sorts of semantic sections in your page, you go ahead and use the header and the footer container HTML tags. Then we have the nav HTML tag, and as the name suggests, nav stands for navigation. So whenever you are creating a navigation section on your page, which is kind of links to different pages of your website, a website is again a collection of different web pages. So when you want to place all of these bookmarks and navigations of different pages present in the web page in one place in one section, you go ahead and use a nav HTML tag. Now, ideally, a nav HTML tag is used inside of a header HTML tag, because the header holds the company logo and then the navigation list, and then there is probably a login and a sign up button someplace in the header as well. But a nav tag is specifically used to create a navigation section used to go to different pages of the website. And this kind of brings us to the end of the different container HTML tags that are present here. There are, of course, as I mentioned, a lot of other container HTML tags present, but these HTML tags that we discussed in this video, these are the only ones that you will be ever using. And there is no hard and fast rule that you need to use, that you cannot use, let's say, a section over an article, or a div over a header, or a div over a footer. Where the difference lies is again in the form of semantics when it comes to semantics in HTML. So it is often advisable that you use a semantic HTML markup instead of using, let's say, using div for everything. And we'll discuss all of that once we get there. But this kind of brings us to the end of the container HTML tags video. We will continue our discussion about different HTML tags in the further video. Till then, I will see you all in the further videos.